Today I'm going to be telling you about the cost factors involved with hair transplant. I'm Dr. Anika Goel, MD Dermatologist, Senior Consultant at Soul Derma Clinic, New Delhi. Whenever patients come to me, they're very apprehensive when we talk about the cost of a hair transplant. So many factors have to be taken into consideration. It's not just a single cost of doing the transplant, but multiple things that we're looking at when we talk about a hair transplant. The first thing we take into consideration is what is the cause of the baldness. So when we talk about baldness, maybe there's hair thinning, maybe there's hair fall, maybe it's very recent, maybe it's very long term. So we have to take into consideration many factors and the cause. So the most important thing is to make a diagnosis of what the issue is. So androgenetic alopecia, also known as male pattern baldness, in women it's called female pattern hair loss. This is usually due to hormones, due to genetics, which leads to thinning, and gradually you'll see that the partition is increasing. You can see the hairline is receding. You can see bald patches in the upper part of the scalp. So this is the most important thing to take into consideration when we're talking about a hair transplant, what the condition is and why it's happening. The second thing I look at as a doctor is the number of grafts required. So once we've made our diagnosis, we have to see how many grafts are actually required to cover the bald area. And we also have to take into consideration the donor area, which is the part of the hair or the scalp where we're taking the hair from. Maybe we have to take hair from the beard, maybe we have to take hair from the chest as well. So you have to take into consideration how many grafts are required and how many grafts are actually available for us to harvest for the transplant. The third thing we look at is what technique is being used. So in my clinic, the technique I follow is Nano FUE. Traditionally, we used to do FUT methods in which there was a surgical stitch involved, more downtime, more pain. Now we do the Nano FUE technique, which minimizes the pain, it minimizes the downtime, it overall gives you a better result, minimal injury to the scalp, and much better recovery. So this is the technique that I use, and the benefits of this are that you're basically good to get back to your work right away, and it won't impact your life much, and it's a very smooth process. In Nano FUE, we're using nano punches, so they're very small in size and they won't cause a lot of trauma to the scalp, and the healing will be very fast. So we basically are taking the hair or harvesting the hair from your donor area and transplanting it to the bald area. Whether your doctor is actually qualified. In the era of social media, you see so many people online and they look so great. It looks like they're doing so many procedures, so many results, but what do we know is real and what is not? It's becoming very hard to distinguish with all of the fancy marketing and the fancy videos. We don't really know what's true and what's not. So the most important thing is your doctor should be qualified, ideally MD dermatology or a plastic surgeon. So these are people that are highly skilled, highly trained, and of course they should be experienced. So don't be afraid to speak to your doctor. You should also be comfortable talking to them. You should be able to check and cross-check their degrees, and it should be all available to you online as well as in the clinic. The information should be provided to you. Is the clinic itself. We have to take into consideration the location, the staff, trained technicians, the training of the doctor. So many factors do come into choosing your clinic and choosing your doctor. So you have to be comfortable in the environment. It is at the end of the day a surgical procedure, no matter how smoothly it will go. That is also dependent on the staff and the institution and the resources available to you itself. Apart from all of these factors that we've spoken about, we also have to discuss with our expert doctor or specialized doctor before deciding whether hair transplant is even right for us. And you can expect the general cost to go anywhere from 40,000 up to even 2 lakhs, depending on all of the factors as well as what our doctor has to say. So consult your doctor before taking any decisions and then make an educated decision after you've spoken to them. If you like this video, please subscribe to my channel. You can hit the bell icon for further updates. And if you have any further questions, comment down below.